And I say, what's up? What's up? I know it took like 58 hours for us to get on.
Listen, I
Had some
I created a remix to the song. You had the whole song played. I was creating a remix for them. So I had a rap going. You know what I'm saying? For real. You finally gave me the whole thing. Yeah, here we
listen.
go now. Whole take now. And here we go now. Our take now.
I'm
I was
just
about to I was
saying.
about to flow.
Y'all
Man.
know you always have technical difficulties when you try to do something good. You know the devil always try to get in your way. Technical difficulties, but we work it out. We work it out. But welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Our Take Podcast. Y'all know who I am. I'm your host, the hostess with the mostest, Fair. And y'all know who I got over there, my homie T Double. What's poppin'?
Listen, before we got on this show, and I was listening to the music and jamming. And as I was listening to music and putting the remix together, I looked at my phone. And I shouldn't have done that. Because you hear my voice is cracking. See, and my voice don't crack, usually. And see, I, basic and bottom line, I looked at the phone and they told me that Lamont Sanford died yesterday. Desmond was the dude from Sanford said. I did not realize that until I looked at the phone 2 seconds ago.
Are you serious? He's from the mountains. He's from the mountains of North Carolina. He used to preach and do a lot of stuff after Sanford and Son. I remember him growing up because he was up in the mountains. Wow.
And,
Damn.
and his real first name was Grady. Literally, nobody, I didn't know the dude's name was Grady.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I think it was it's some stuff with his name and who the show was depicted. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to that in his name because I think he was one of the original writers or something. It's something more with him with that Sanford and Son, but I do recall that because he ended up living in the mountains of North Carolina. I think he became I don't know. I think a preacher or something. He did a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. I do
So this is what
locally.
this is
I
the theme of this.
remember his name back home.
The theme of this, don't tell Farrah not to give me too much time to start researching and stuff like that. Popped up on my radar, and I got to get back into my mode. Welcome back. Let's get it.
Matt,
Wow.
welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome
This may or may
back.
not be coffee, but this may or may not be tea.
This is Gatorade, but you don't know what else is in it. The bottle was empty before.
It's
Remix.
5:30 somewhere. Look, it's 5:30 somewhere. But no, thank you guys for tapping in with us today. Of course, we got a lot of stuff to go over. We got our little break, our little 1 week break from the NFL for right now, because we're still gonna talk about it, but we got a week until the Super Bowl. So we're gonna get into it. But TT, how's your last couple of days been? How this week go for you?
Man, this week has been going relatively smooth. I think I saw the sun a couple of times. I actually stepped my foot out the door until I was an idiot this morning because I took my foot out the door to warm up with my wife's car because she wanted to get her hair done. And I took the step outside and I'm like, oh, you crazy. Oh, you want to have that sun looking all pretty, but it's 12 degrees out there. Like, what's wrong with you?
And she's going back next week before the concert, so you just spending money.
Oh no, she better hold that wrap in her head all week. I mean, have a women do it.
You have a bonnet on all week.
You got a bonnet and wrap it and tighten it, put some aluminum foil on it. I don't care what you do, but you ain't going back. That's all I'm saying. But my week's been pretty good. What about yours?
Hey, I just went out yesterday for the first time. I had to been taking 3 days to shovel all the ice, the 5 inches of ice that was in my driveway and blocking all my cars and couldn't get off the fucking porch. And my house is damn near too big to even let the sun come over and melt it. So only way we was getting off this porch literally for the next 3 weeks is to shovel it. So we've been out there chopping ice and throwing blocks over to the side yard. Just literally, it was so hard. Instead of shoveling, I was just chopping it. We had like a scooper and scooping the blocks out. So it's kind of crazy. But North Carolina, that's where I'm from. You South Carolina, y'all know they got this unheard of blizzard that's going on. I just called my mom right before I got on the show because I was on Facebook, and they're gonna get a foot of snow. Okay. I don't know what's going on. She said it wasn't snowing much in the Raleigh-Durham area, which that's the side it's coming from. Like, hell, I don't get it. But she's on the other side, right on side of Charlotte, under the mountains, and it is like about 4 or 5 inches, and it's been snowing for only a couple of hours. So
that's what
and it's gonna snow till late tonight.
You live in the mountains. What do you expect happens in the mountains? Snow. They don't snow
I'm in the foothills. No, I'm in the foothills.
Oh, so you get with the mountains. You the one who sits on.
Protected. We're protected.
That's what happens on your side.
We get snow. We get snow, but we're not gonna get the amount of snow the mountains we're gonna get because we're in the foothills. But this is a lot of snow right now. That's all I can say. It's a lot of damn snow. But other than that, everything all good. So shit. I want to say thank you to everybody who's in here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and good old TikTok. So make sure you guys are tapping it up over there and following the host. We got an action pack, so I think we better just get on into it. TT.
Before we get into it, everybody who's watching, the game of the day, the game of the day is look at Farrah's arms. After that snowing and chopping that ice, I don't see how big them arms are from doing all that work. So let's keep an eye on that.
This arm is so sore. Yeah, my arms are slow. My arms are really sore right now from all the goddamn shoveling of ice. Yeah, I didn't move to Texas for this shit. Fuck out of here. The hell? I don't even make sense. But anywho, welcome in, Angel, over there on TikTok. I see you. But NFL, what we got up? Whew.
Oh, sorry. Am I laughing out loud? Am I laughing out loud?
I'm just saying Hall of Fame, not this time.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Hey, I didn't do it. I did not do it. Don't fucking holler at me. What's up, Hooper? I ain't do it.
Listen, as a football person, I don't know if there's an equivalent to this. There is nothing in the history of the game that has happened. So the greatest coach in NFL history, the greatest coach in NFL history, cannot get into the first ballot. I don't know how you.
And honestly, he has 8 rings, and he got 8 rings. He has 8. He has 2 as an assistant.
Yes, the greatest. How can you reconcile them not getting it in? So, in other words, we are seeing this in everything. We mentioned offline about what's going on in the world. We don't bring that over here to our sports side right now, and how everything is changing. And the people that are getting unalived or whatever the situation are not the people that used to be. Okay, so there's a bias in the world that's flipping, and I guess it's flipped in sports in another way. I don't want to put it in the same perspective, but how do you not have the greatest coach in football history not get on the first ballot? In fact, he should have a wing, the Belichick wing in the Hall of Fame. They should have something in the Hall of Fame for this young man. And from everything I heard, he grew up close to Canton. He lived for the Hall of Fame. This has been his ultimate dream. And y'all do this, and I'm hearing that people didn't vote because I voted for somebody else who might not get in because he's gonna get in at any time. I voted for this because of Spygate and such. Okay. He got caught a couple of times, Deflategate, Spygate, because we're in an era that we catch everybody doing things. There's cameras everywhere.
Like you think they ain't doing? He just got caught. He just got
caught. He wasn't the only one doing these things. Y'all just don't want to bring that into perspective. In all these years, if y'all think people like Tom Landry, Vince Lombardi, Chuck Noll, and I still did not have a step up or a cheating thing, they call it innovation. They call it creation when they did it. They call this one stealing when he did it and cheating. I'm not defending Bill Belichick whatsoever.
I'm about to say, you defending that shit?
Nope. I'm not defending.
I don't think it takes away from him being a first ballot Hall of Fame. I personally think something else is going on that we don't know about, but because of this, we're gonna find out. I don't know if it was some blackballing that went on. Him and Robert Kraft, because that's about the only person I could think that could make that phone call and say, not this year. But then, of course, he speaks out, oh, he should be there. It's some blackballing because, first off, let's go back to why the fuck is he at Carolina? Nobody picked him up in NFL. Nobody. Do you hear me? Nobody. And nobody understood that. I'm like, is he playing blackball? Then he ends up at Carolina. He didn't even get to a Power 5, SEC team or anything of that nature, like he didn't deserve that or wasn't a worthy enough coach. I mean, hell, you let Harbaugh come on back and forth. Are you kidding me right now? So I think it's definitely some blackballing going on. What happened? We don't know. Will we know? I don't know, but it's got to be more to this, and it's leaning over into the Hall of Fame.
Well, the NFL has decided. They said that now they're going to look at it and see if there's anything.
I don't want it now. Hell no, I don't want it now. I don't want it.
And And if there is, they're going to kick the people out of this such and such. Well, that sets up my next part of this conversation. You saying that now because in about a year or 2 years, you're going to let Tom Brady come in first ballot? Because he was in the Deflategate. He was in Spygate. He was involved in this. So he can't
He
be a
was on
first
the
ballot.
field.
He created the plays. So you got to understand the situation. So they're gonna say that now. So when Brady, we kicked that out, all that was cleared. That just happened to Belichick. No, Brady can't be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Nobody on those teams can be first ballot Hall of Famers. Nobody can do anything on the first ballot for the Patriots if you don't let the coach in there first.
This should shut it down. This should shut it down. Not one player underneath him, not one Super Bowl champion will be able to be in this Hall of Fame if they cannot let this man in. And at this point, I wouldn't want in. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it.
So I looked at everybody talking about it. I saw Terrell Owens going in the interview talking about, see, I told y'all because I should have been the first ballot Hall of Fame and they didn't let me in. You're right, Terrell. I ain't mad at you in that conversation, but we didn't pay no attention to it until it, of course, becomes the biggest thing in sports because this dude is the greatest coach in the history of the game.
It's shameful. It's shameful.
And I'm sitting here rooting for a Patriot, not a Steeler fan. We don't do that garbage. Well, actually, I think I'm rooting for him because he's out of the NFL. I'm more happy to get out.
I'm scared they're gonna lose. I'm scared they're gonna lose the damn Super Bowl now. This is like some old karma shit. Like, well, you know what?
This won't be the reason because the owner is getting in the Hall of Fame, isn't he? He getting in on right now. So why him and Belichick
with his happy ending ass? With his happy ending ass. It don't make no damn sense.
That's why they should have got Deshaun Watson and the Patriots, so the owner and the quarterback can get no happy ending together. That's why you should have knocked that own out. But I ain't gonna talk about that. That's high.
I just think that I just wonder. My question to you: what was more disappointing? Him not getting in, or Shador making the Pro Bowl? Which was more surprising, I guess you would say, this week?
The third factor that the backup of the second string quarterback in the Pro Bowl is Joe Flacco.
But everybody said no. But nobody wanted to play in the damn game. So what you supposed to do?
So you're gonna tell me? Here we go. The Cleveland Browns were 4-28, got 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks on the squad. So
everybody said no.
Everybody's
no, thank you.
I don't want to see no flag football. I don't want to go to Orlando. Listen, you used to send me to Hawaii. Now, if you send me to Hawaii to do this, that's a different conversation.
And then it's on a Tuesday. Then it's on a damn Tuesday.
Flag football.
They didn't even reply to their emails. They were emailing them out. They weren't even replying.
So I would say most are as disappointing as the other. One's embarrassing. And one actually, both are embarrassing. I can't even compete. But on a bigger scale, Belichick. That is the most embarrassing thing the NFL can do because you can't come back from this. You can come back from the Pro Bowl. You can kill the Pro Bowl. You can say you have to play in the Pro Bowl. You can't come back from this. Unless you all of a sudden said, we recounted the votes and he coming in. There is no coming back from this.
Oh, boy, I can't believe they did that. I really can't. But, and speaking of coaching, let's see. We got a little coaching update so far. They've been hiring a couple people here and there. Oops, there we go. They've been hiring a few people here and there. So Cincinnati went in and took Zach Taylor. How do you feel about that?
Well, Zach stayed. He's the only one that wasn't fired. He's the only one they stayed there. He is the most tenured coach in the NFC North, by AFC North, and that's what?
That's
3 years, 4 years now? And you should have been the one that got fired first. But look at this division. Farrah, there's something bigger and something missing in this division that you've seen for the last 20 years. What is missing in this division?
Tomlin?
Nope, not even Tomlin. A black coach. Do you see a black coach in this division? Now, in a bigger scale, there were 10 openings. 10 openings of head coaches. How many minority coaches did they hire, Farrah? Of the 4 head coaches that were hired, how many were hired?
Yes, they said they had their time. We done.
One,
Oh no.
Tennessee, they say Salah is a minority. I had to put minority. I didn't say black. I had to put minority in my statement. And they say Salah is a minority. Of the 10 head coaches, I think 9 has been hired. I think the Raiders ain't hired nothing yet because even Cleveland hired an idiot. I mean, sorry, Munkin. But 9 of them, there's no black head coach. Now, when there's 10 openings, how many black coaches left? I think we lost 3. But they didn't hire any. So what is this telling us again?
I don't know.
Oh, we can get offensive coordinator jobs. Pittsburgh hired a defensive coordinator with a black dude. We can hire those jobs, but we can't get the head. We're taking steps back.
You should have told your dude. You should have told your boy not to step the fuck down.
He had to. The dude can carry the
ball. He was going to get fired. Because he was going to get fired.
Listen, here's the problem. Martin Luther King couldn't lead forever. Malcolm X couldn't lead people forever.
They could. They could have. They just passed. They unalive. What the hell?
His career was unalive. He was like, I'm tired. I'm tired of living this football dream. He let that dream go. He had a dream. He coached for 20 years. I had to let that dream go. That's what he did. So they ain't got about nothing about Tomlin. I'm looking at. They never go fire him. I look at the biggest.
What about your quarterback? About your coach? Hell, you haven't even really said that.
Okay. Now, I think I mentioned this maybe not on the podcast, but in the streets because I was mad. I wasn't excited about this hire. I'm gonna be the first person Steeler to tell you. If you never heard it from another Steeler fan, I was not excited about the hire because I'm used to you being what I'm used to. I'm used to a younger dude who's gonna build a program. This is not what they did this time. They did not do this time, and I was not happy. And then this dude goes to the press conference. And everybody in Pittsburgh did not want this dude. And this dude started crying and showing how loyal he is to Pittsburgh and how I love. I'm like,
y'all gonna have 5 quarterbacks. Y'all about to have 2 quarterbacks in a short amount of time, and you've only had 3 in your history. Because they're gonna get rid of him.
See, I heard a rumor. Maybe the hope is he'll coach for a couple of years. Tomlin get rejuvenated, decide he want to come back, and then bring Tomlin back and put back the system. I hope if that's the case, that's the case. But what I'm saying is, this dude will be here at the max 5 years. You were right. We're gonna go from 1 every 30 years to 2 every 5 years, apparently, like everybody else in the league. And that's not what we do. If we want to be like everybody else,
that's what you are now. You got to come on in the phone. Come on to Gym Pop. You got to go
No. We want to be in our personal cell, minding our business, locked up over there, doing what we do for 30 years, and get out of prison. That's what we do.
Come on in the Gym Pop. Welcome in, Andrew. Appreciate it. The coaching stuff is just. They'll get it figured out. Shit, that's all I can really say. They'll get it figured out. But this one right here, they told us week 1. They told us. Did nobody want to listen? We wasn't paying attention. We just thought it was a pretty picture.
Mm-hmm.
But they told our ass week 1.
Mm-hmm.
They told us.
They showed it.
They told us week 1. And we could just and next year I'm looking at the picture. I ain't wasting my time with pics or none of that shit. I'm rolling with the 2 at the top of the damn picture. Now we're gonna have to zoom in to find out because that first picture you can't see who all the way at the front.
Nope,
every other week, couple weeks when they were sending them out as they was getting dwindled down, you can see. But I'm gonna have to zoom in this year and see who at the top, and I'm just going there because this definitely when people are saying that the NFL is rigged, shit like this ain't a coincidence. How can this be a coincidence?
The 2 people that's closest to the stadium in the Super Bowl, Seattle and New England. Seriously, is that what they really? And then all these other people who with playoffs all in the back, they're like, well, these are the hopes you get to see us, but you ain't gonna see us. You can see us there. We're that far away. So yeah, I agree with you. I saw this too. I'm like, Now are we gonna go by what's happening now? Is May gonna win the Super Bowl because he's technically closer than Donald in this picture? I don't care if it matters.
I know he might be a step ahead. I don't know.
He look like so an extra point or a field goal to win the game. We don't know what this is, but we see. If you're a conspiracy theorist, whatever it is, this is what you look at. And they used to look at the colors of the Super Bowl logo and they say the 2 teams. They used to look at that all the time, but now they do that and then they throw it off.
The Dolphins colors. It's just pink and green. We know it ain't gonna be no damn Dolphins.
So they threw us off with the colors and put this poster out with the colors. And this is what we got. But Yeah, they told us. We fair. I agree with you. My Super Bowl pick will be the two teams the closest to the stadium on the next picture. Are they gonna do something else on us and not let us see that?
We're gonna have to zoom in, but we got technology now. We can figure out anything. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But pending this, I mean, just because you missed the playoffs, so what? Both of the teams in the Super Bowl this year missed the playoffs last year. Both of them.
So there's hope for all you teams who did not make the playoffs last year.
Turnaround season. I promise you, that's crazy. I mean, I don't think that's never happened. Like, how do you go from the bottom to the top? No playoffs and then go straight to the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm going to say, okay, I know New England had the last place schedule, and they didn't play. The schedule wasn't as tough as it wanted to be. Supposed to be, and that's what everybody's saying. Whatever. And
the new schedules have come out. The new schedules have come out. I was looking at them yesterday.
Yeah, but they got a first place schedule, so they play first place teams. They don't play the teams in the bottom division unless they're in their division, and so it's going to be a little tougher now. Now, I can't complain about Seattle because Seattle plays in a very tough division. And all those teams were good. And so if you were just the worst of those teams last year, you won two or three more games, you're going to be the best this year. That's what's going to happen. So, yeah, first time. So what? So New Orleans, Cincinnati, Cleveland,
Atlanta, Tennessee, Raiders,
the Cardinals.
What's up, FMA?
All you people, you got there's hope. There is hope for us. So,
man, there's hope. Clearly, this should show it for you. But my thing is so as soon as you miss the playoffs, you make it to the damn Super Bowl, and then you turn around and put your goddamn team up for sale.
See, I was going to talk about that. I think that is a setup in all the ways. That ownership, listen, we can't afford this no more. These salaries are going crazy.
But they know they're about to get a good paycheck and they just want out. Let me get my money.
Why didn't they sell them last year when they didn't make the playoffs, sir?
Because they're selling them at the top of their game. They know good damn well they have Darnold, and they're gonna sell it now while they're the hottest team out there. They want to get rid of him any fucking way. So now you're gonna sell it at the highest bid, and I would too. That is very smart because after this year it's a wrap. So that's why they're selling, and it's about $7 billion.
Which is still less. It's still less than what the Lakers sold. The Bucks family sold the Lakers for $10 billion. Still, but $7 billion is $7 billion. I don't have $7. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm going to say in this conversation is simply this: all of a sudden, if you win the Super Bowl, what is the value of buying a Super Bowl champion in your pocket? It can say we $7 million now going to play the Super Bowl, but what's the value of owning the Super Bowl champions? What is that value? That's crazy.
I don't know, but all I know is if you're going to sell it, this is going to be the time to do it. FMA said the final score Seahawks win 34-28.
So 34-28 constitutes $10 billion.
They better win. Now check this out. Now if they lose the damn Super Bowl, what's their value going to be? What's the value going to be? They're taking them off the market. You're going to see that for sale sign come right out the goddamn yard.
It's only going to be $4 billion because you went to the Super Bowl. It's $10 billion because you won the Super Bowl.
And they ain't going to want to buy them then. They ain't going to want to buy them then. What? Paul said, y'all got it. Go ahead and put your bid in.
All right. Well, we'll be co-owners with you. We put co-owners with you. I can scrape up $6. I got some change in the bucket over here. I can scrape that up.
I got five on it. That's all I got. What's up, Jeffrey? Welcome in. But no, for real though, that's just kind of crazy for them to get sold as soon as they make it to the Super Bowl. And I think it's just because they know they can't wait for nothing else with them. But we got the honors tonight. Nobody gives a shit. I'm not watching it, but I do think we should show the respect and see if we can pick out who we think are going to be our finalists. So, defensive player of the year, who you got, TT? That's going to get it tonight.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be the best player. It's going to be the player who broke the sack title.
He ain't break it. Shanahan got something to say.
Who was given the sack title, however it was, is who's I believe is gonna win a defensive player because he's done something that nobody ever has done. And you can't really take away from it. So That's my defensive player. What is your choice there in the defensive side?
We know Miles Garrett is gonna get it. Of course, I would love my Benito to get it, but no, and I don't even know why Micah's up there. Okay, I don't even know why the fuck what, do they need a replacement? Do they had to have another person too?
Well, according to Paul, Jeffrey Simmons is in the finals. That's a sham. He should be there. So they could have had the big body Jeffrey there, but it wouldn't have made no difference apparently because we know who's gonna win this one. Now, on the other side of that ball, you have just told me who won the MVP. You have just told me who won the MVP by this picture. Because who are the two finalists for the MVP? Why is his face not there?
Yeah. Of course. Of course.
Why his face is not there?
You know what? Paul was talking about that on the extra point right before us earlier. And that's exactly what they were saying. It was like his picture's not there. He don't only play on the offensive side. That's exactly what Tasha said. He plays on the offensive side of the board. So if he's not over there, we already know who's getting the goddamn MVP.
And we know
was stupid.
And we know who getting the offensive player of the year. Because the one who gets the MVP, the other one is going to get the offensive player of the year. So this is already
be Drake May.
We've already got the answer to this question.
But you know what? I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be honest. And I'm looking in the chat. Mr. 213. Puka does deserve offensive player of the year. Hands down. But they're going to give it to May. They're going to give it to May.
Hold on. How you going to say Puka can deserve it when Jackson didn't? Because he did the bad numbers added comparable or better numbers than Puka.
Who has they only off by like 100 or 200 yards? Like God, one game.
JSN led Puka in those things. That's what happened. And the problem was in touchdowns, Puka gave up his touchdown to Adams because Adams led the league in touchdowns, the wide receiver. So the problem,
and he was at a few games. So what does that say?
So we know this is sit there and tell us who won MVP, who's going to be the offensive player of the year. We already know that. So this has been it's not rigged. It's already been decided. I can't say it's Indian.
And this was pissing everybody off. Mr. 213 said 6 bad calls on the Rams game.
I don't disagree with that at all. But I would say, why put this? How you don't put the MVP and the offensive player of the year? You can't be both. They
should have just not released it.
If you're an MVP and you don't play on the defensive side and you don't play on the offensive side, apparently, then only kickers can be MVP, right? Only special team players can be MVP.
If you're gonna do like that, just give it to Bijan. Hell, give it to Bijan. He's the only one who could do something over there in Atlanta. Little thing, get him out of there.
Oh man,
I think it's crazy. This is why I think a lot of times the NFL right now, you're looking a little shady. You're looking like you're already depicting shit before it even happened. But we're gonna see tonight. Watch, I'm telling you, Drake May. I ain't saying he deserve it. He definitely does not deserve it. Puka, JSN, I'll take either one of them. Hell, I'll take McCaffrey over him, depending on what they did with their season. But no, man. But I'm telling you, Drake is going to get it just because your boy is over on the MVP.
As you said, they only going to give it to Drake because he didn't win the MVP. Because we know Stafford won the MVP, so they're going to give Drake as offensive player of the year. And I still hadn't figured out how you cannot be both. If you're the MVP of the league, like Miles Garrett 1 year, if the MVP, then you can't tell me he's not the defensive player of the year. How can you be one without the other?
I guess they want everybody to get on an award, like we're in fucking at field day and shit in elementary.
So nobody can sit there. Then nobody should ever. And they should never complain that this kid gets a trophy and you get a trophy because apparently that's what they're doing in the NFL. You get a trophy. I think Paul should get a trophy for cheering for the Titans all year. He should get a trophy.
Paul's he's gonna get spark plug. He's spark plug. Hey, Matthew Stafford MVP. Yes, Mr. 213. I mean, that's hands down. We get it. But Bijan had a worthy season, but of course not MVP offensive player. But when you put him in this damn group of 5, why not? The hell, that's crazy. Just crazy to me. But we're gonna move right on along. We got MVP.
Okay. Now, how can Drake May be in the MVP finalist, but Stafford can't be the? I don't understand.
Whoa! Wait! Y'all ain't gonna tell me this shit ain't rigged. You see it, Mr. 213. You see this shit? I didn't even pay attention to the picture myself to that knee. Come on. Look, man.
So Stafford can't be the offensive player of the year, but he can be the MVP candidate. Okay. So
they got McCaffrey and Drake down there.
So Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Matthew Stafford can be MVPs, but they can't be Offensive Player of the Year. I don't understand the choices you make
It's a
here. I
setup,
don't
man.
understand.
I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't even go if I was the rest of these people. I wouldn't even show up at the damn awards.
Now, comeback player of the year. I can get with this one because you had to get out and be hurt and have to come. I get with this one. This
long as it ain't Burrows. Long as it ain't Burrows for the third time. That's all exactly. I got.
I'm going to say if I have to pick the MVP, I'm going to say Matt Stafford. I don't know. It's a wild guess out of that, so let me just say that. Now, comeback player of the year. I am going to say Trevor Lawrence.
Ooh.
I will say Trevor Lawrence.
Somebody, Mr. 213 in the chat over on TikTok said they don't want Diggs for a comeback player of the year because of Nikki.
Forget for Nikki.
Not Nikki. I'm gonna say Cardi B.
Well, I wouldn't want him because I don't want him at the award show. He got 4 babies coming at the same time. He needs to be somewhere there with the babies at. I don't need him to be in LA celebrating when 3 women are having the baby at the same time and Cardi already got the baby. Take it there with the how do we say in the country with them churn at? Be with your churn, as we say in the country.
Right, who that baby for? All these kids running around here. Who that baby for?
that big boy child. That big boy baby. Oh, another one? How do we say another one?
And another one. But no, I can see that. But now Diggs, I don't even know why his face is even up there. He changed teams, whatever. But he didn't have this prolific career. And Prescott, where did he come back from?
He was out half the season last year, whatever.
This isn't.
Let it go. They need to put a face in the category. They need to act. You know how you put
Trevor Lawrence.
I say Trevor Lawrence. Now Hutchinson and McCaffrey both did. Injuries came back.
They didn't come back. It was just that they had an injury and they came back. Their team just still sucked. I don't know.
Trevor Lawrence is my pick. But I'm still confused about the MVP. How they get the MVP, but they can't be player of the year? Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, or Stafford can't be in the Offensive Player of the Year voting. So, my God.
I mean, you can't be in there. I mean, if that's the case, then they need to be over here.
So why is Robinson, Puka, and JSN in this if they're not MVP candidates? But they Offensive Player. They gotta explain me something. Explain me something. I want to understand how y'all do the category. But then if you can't get Belichick in the Hall of Fame, apparently we don't know who's gonna be finalists for awards around here. So,
hey, for all the hell we know, Anita might get it. They're gonna get the goddamn McCaffrey. It could be a whole different story at this point because of based on how they got it. But we know who's gonna get it. But this is that's some rigged shit right there. I'm sorry.
Let's let it go. We're gonna let it go.
Let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go.
By the way, Farrah, we forgot something. We had a conversation about teams who didn't make the playoffs. We know who's going to win the Super Bowl right now. That's the Dallas Cowboys every year because this year they didn't make the playoffs, and we say a team who didn't make the playoffs can be at the Super Bowl. We now know it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys versus everybody you're going to see when you walk out the house. When you walk out the house, you're going to hear it. We're going to make the Super Bowl this year because we didn't make the playoffs last year. That's what I'm going to do.
I didn't do it. For all you Cowgirl fans, I didn't talk shit today. It wasn't me. It was not me. I didn't start it.
Look.
Vote for our take MVP host of the year TikTok. Hey, appreciate that. I appreciate that, Mr. 213. Let me get my shit. Actually, I did wear my chain back. And he don't want nobody to know.
Last week we had no game. She wanted to change listen, people. She got the chain because the weather was bad. She couldn't get out, and her car was halfway. Her car was halfway in the street, so she couldn't get out. So I made sure she got her chain for her. Good job.
I'm the goat, bitch.
You can't even spell goat. What's wrong with you? Get over it.
GATO. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, guys, let's get on with it. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me see. Let your chain hang low. You better know it. Shit, let them know. Y'all ain't heard that new T.I., then you fucked up. You better go find it. I'm trying to, you made me figure out where I'm at. Shit, where am I at? Mock draft.
Oh, Lord. We're going to talk mock draft. Oh, Lord.
It's draft time. Almost, though. What's up, Gracious? Appreciate you coming up in the building. Appreciate you guys. But let's get to it. Mock draft.
Yeah, Paul, you meet
to
me
dissect this all summer.
You meet me in Pittsburgh, Paul. The draft in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I know you can leave early because you got one of the first picks in the draft, so you only got to be there like for the first 4 picks, and you can leave the rest as that. But mock draft.
It looks pretty efficient for me. I actually looked these up and vetted a little bit, and look pretty decent in order. You know, we're gonna have some trades here and there, but for the most part, I do think Mendoza's going out there, poor thing, with no coach.
Here's my thing. I like this draft for everybody. I'm upset. 8 and 9 scares me. 8 and 9 scares me.
Wow.
Because
Love. Oh, Jesus Christ. Love go out there.
You put Love in Kansas City, you people in that division be pissed.
Look here. When he opens up that shit for him, and he already, all he needed was a running back. Like, are you kidding me right now?
So somebody got to draft him early, get him out so he won't go to Kansas City. And I love Tate as a wide receiver, and I really want him to fall in number 21 because that's what we need. So we'll see. I want a receiver. I want to listen. Unless
you better pick another one.
We draft. We slide further up in the draft. But right now, I love Tate as a wide receiver, and I don't want Love in Kansas City because you can imagine that running game added to what Kansas City can do. Man, Reed be coach for 17 more years. We ain't gonna have to do nothing but stand there.
All I'm saying, looking at the chat, TW lost to Hourtake GOAT host. Hey, you better know it, Rams.
Whatever.
Mendoza to the Rams or Joe Burrow?
Mendoza to the Raiders.
He said Rams or Joe Burrow.
How did
Joe I don't know how he could get to the Rams.
Somebody got to explain that to me.
Explain that a little more.
Explain that one to me.
He's probably at work.
Because I tell you right now, I'm taking Joe Burrow over anything in this draft.
Hell yeah, even with his injuries.
Exactly. Because all I got to do is keep him upright. And I'll get off the line around him, unlike Cincinnati.
He said Joe Burrow's a free agent.
Oh, Cincinnati ain't letting that dude go. He's no free agent. They got him under contract a couple more years, and they're a franchise that dude.
They're gonna need to get him under one. That's the only thing they can do right now. But I've heard. Now we heard early in the season Joe Burrow wanted up out of there.
Yes, and people in the desert wanted ice water too, but that don't mean you go get it. because you want it.
I think the only way he may stay, if he wants a ring, he wants to actually go somewhere else and start anew. They're gonna have to franchise tag him to keep him there.
Yep, when that's what's gonna happen. Ruben Bain is gonna look. But he's gonna look better in that Jets green and white because he ain't gonna make it down to number 4. So let y'all trade up.
God, dude, you tripping over there? You are tripping, Paul. You tripping. But no, you ain't got no pick till what? The 21st pick? I don't know what the hell y'all gonna get.
Then y'all ain't got nothing.
They got money in LA.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got
no money. You gotta pay your damn coach. You ain't got no money, y'all broke.
Who broke? Who you talking about? Who?
Steelers.
Well, no, see, we already got 38, 40 million over the salary cap right now before we start doing stuff. Come on, man.
I say you broke. Damn.
We ain't no way
credit cards.
Listen, Paul, I'm happy for you, but you're gonna have to trade up for Bain. Y'all ain't gonna get him at number 4. You're gonna get him at number 2.
And don't forget, Paul, if you don't make the playoffs, you can still go to the Super Bowl next year.
And you can still go to the Super Bowl. That's right. But on a side note, I'm gonna tell you that we're old, and I'm gonna say we because I'm gonna put Paul, and I don't know if Farrah can remember this, but I remember Ruben Bain Sr. played at the University of Miami. I used to watch the boys, watch your daddy play.
About it.
Shut up, fool. We watch your daddy knock people out as a defensive back. I'm just saying he used to crap on people. So, but that's all right. Let's move on.
All I can say is that this draft is getting a little handy. We'll see who 31, 32. Not that either one of them will matter. The ones at the bottom who traded their picks, they needed to have kept them hoes after this season. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a couple of them down there wishing they can get that shit back. That's all. True. Because I tell you right now, the coach wish they had that damn pick in the second pick. I know they do.
that they're going to need a quarterback somewhere somehow. Even though they got Anthony Richardson that we hadn't seen in a year, we got Weed. It's still there.
Ain't his eye still messed up? Didn't he get poked in his eye by his girlfriend with her long fingernails or something? I don't know.
I think he hit himself in the eye with his Kappa cane. He was doing the shimmy. He took there's my career. Sorry.
Stop shimmying, people. Stop shimmying out
It
here
gets
in
to
the
you.
streets. All right, well, enough for football, guys. We're gonna move on over to men's college basketball. We're sprinkling it in. We're gonna have to go full-fledged in about another week. So after the Super Bowl, it is a wrap. So we're gonna have to go on in there. But until then, we got some college basketball. Let's see. Now, I don't think it was too many damn games, man. I ain't gonna take all them damn pictures. But what I will say was one upset. Okay, go ahead.
Before we start, because I'm gonna have to give them their credit. Last night, if you was paying attention when we were watching real basketball last night, Michigan did beat Michigan State
by 3 points.
I think they beat them like 10 or 11, which is okay because it was one of those games. But Michigan has had a very good week. I'm going to say when it came to college basketball, they beat Nebraska. Hold on, I don't know how we really say that out of our mouth. They beat Nebraska as a big thing. That's not. Yeah, and then they beat Michigan State this week. So if you want to say team of the week, I'm gonna give it to the University of Michigan because they did beat 2 top 10 teams in the last couple of days. That's all I'm gonna say. And he said belt the ass.
And he's talking about 14, but
they beat
about
counting? 14. Yeah, but who's counting? So before we get any further, I want to give kudos because they always say I talk bad about this squad. Congratulations, team of the week, University of Michigan Wolverines. Okay,
now let's go. Very shocked. I'm proud of you, TT. Did you go to church last night? You went to prayer service this week?
I've been praying until this ice leave. I've been praying this cold get away from me. I'm gonna have to move to Mexico next to get warmer. I mean, how far south can I go?
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But Indiana took care of Purdue, 72-67. That was pretty much the only upset in the top 25 this week. For men's college basketball, which is kind of weird. We usually have a few more upsets here and there, but not this week. We ain't no upsets. I don't know if that's really an upset.
I don't know if that's an upset because we always talk about the Big 75 conference. I mean, they play each other. They gonna have to. Somebody gonna beat somebody. So let's move on from it.
Somebody gotta lose.
Yeah, like somebody gonna lose. Everybody gonna lose the women SEC. Everybody gonna lose. I'm just telling you right now.
My purr don't. Ain't nobody fooling with you, Paul. Ain't nobody fooling with you today. Oh man, but that literally was the only upset. Let me see. What else did I have? We have some upcoming games. That's what I'm saying. We got some upcoming games. I don't know why they ain't really playing nothing. Yeah, big 75, 50, 100. Don't add no damn body else.
Yeah, listen, that's the one. Well, no, there's 2 conferences in this country that touch every coast. And that's the Big 75 and the ECC.
And the ECC.
Every coast conference. The Big 75 go from Maryland and Rutgers all the way to UCLA and USC.
And the ACC don't even have a team that touch the Atlantic Ocean. So they just say every coast conference. We got South, we got Southern Cal. I'm over it.
They go from Duke to Stanford on the other side of the country. Oh my gosh. What in the world are we talking about?
And who didn't know the Dame pay to be able to get into the playoffs without a conference anyway? You went down the damn wrong road and want to blame everybody. And then they still feeding into the shit. I hope they change the playoffs again before next year. But this is getting ridiculous. I'm sick of. I am so sick of Notre Dame. I can't see straight.
See, Notre Dame either be the Big 76 or part of the ECC. Decide what you're gonna do, but you're gonna need to do it eventually because that name is wearing off. So
the name being worn off. What the hell you talking about? The name being worn off. That's what I will say. I'm over them. What he say? He said touch every coast. You know what I'm saying? East Coast, West Coast, the third coast.
The Great Lakes. They touch everything except the Gulf of
Canada and Canada.
Except the Gulf of America. Y'all gotta go ahead and get a team down there near the Gulf of America and get one of those 2. That's the only thing y'all missing. Got your mighty boy.
It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad, but I wish they get their shit together. But today we have some Saturday slated games. There's some pretty good ones on. Now I had some notable ones that ain't even on here. I don't know why. I don't know who picked Fox. They be tripping. But BYU and number 13 BYU and number 14 Kansas. So this is actually, y'all might want to tap in on this because you're about to watch the projected number 1 and number 2 player play today, head to head, that's coming out this year. So make sure you guys tap in on that one. Alabama, Florida, Illinois, Nebraska is going to be a good game. Number 9 and number 5. Alabama's 23. They fall. They were higher than that.
They play in the SEC. They play real teams, so it happens.
Now Kansas, number 14 Kansas play, number 11 Texas Tech today as well. I follow with all these other fucking ass games. And who the hell is DPU?
DePaul plays Xavier.
Oh, my bad. What's that? The Big East?
I think it's the Big East, but we don't know if that still exists or not. But it is the Big East. We got Arizona versus Arizona State. Yeah. We got in the Big 75, IU versus UCLA. Now, listen, in 1976, this would have been a big game. You know what I'm saying? John Wooden, coaching versus Bobby Knight. We'd have been all on the screen looking at the black and white screen on top of the big TV. We'd have been watching this game right now. And then we got Rutgers against USC. Now, who in New Jersey going to watch Rutgers play USC this year? Colorado versus Wyoming. Can they play basketball in that conference? All right, I'm not talking about it, but there's a big slate of basketball this week. I think I may watch the Kansas game, but that looks like the only one. Cincinnati against Houston. We can always rock with your Houston boys.
Yeah, but I'm a Cincinnati football fan, so I was rocking with them over there on that side. I'll take Houston. But yeah, knock yourself out. We got some college basketball on today. I know it ain't no football, all that shit on. So y'all got to tap in here. Or you can come over to TikTok and tap in with me on Unrivaled today at 3:30 today. But we'll get to that. He said he can't stand Nate Oates.
Nobody can. Nobody likes that dude, man. Nobody likes that dude, except his wife, hopefully.
Yeah, that jury's still out. But don't get in your house. I ain't gonna get in your house. What's up, Bo Tupu? Welcome in the building. But women's basketball. So it was a lot. It was hella upsets over there. It was definitely, I'm telling you, women's basketball was a lot more entertaining. It was a lot more upsets in the top 25. Ole Miss, man, Vanderbilt was just not having. They done went 20-0 and then dropped their last 2. But the reason is because they're in conference play. Shit, they're in the SEC. So not a lot that you can do.
I'm going to say this. Ole Miss was a sleeper team all year. They 17 is one of those ranks that shouldn't be happening. It should be much higher than that. But then I think they took a loss to like Georgia, and I think they took another loss they weren't supposed to take it. But Ole Miss is a good team. We know Vandy is a good team. Don't let it fool you. This is the same slide that LSU had. They coming off their week no playing by schedule. Got the SEC, got the little butt hand.
Y'all gonna have y'all slide.
We did. We lost the game. That's about it.
You think you can't lose 2 in a row? That's what you think.
No, we haven't lost 2 in a row in 900 and something games. In a row. Oh, everybody can. Everybody can. We just don't want it to happen. So we do. So, but Ole Miss is a very good game. Very good team, and Vandy will bounce back. So I'm not worried about that. Again, in a few weeks, I'm gonna be at the SEC tournament, so I'm gonna be watching all this in the one big block tournament stuff. It's gonna be all. I'm excited. That's all I'm saying about that. And I look at her face.
I want to see you on TikTok. I want to see you in the building. What's up, Guru?
I'm gonna be all in the building. I can't show. I'll get the camera. I can't show you because that's against TikTok rules. But I will be at the tournament. Just let you know.
Well, we had number 25 Washington beat number 16 Maryland, which is really because Maryland's a really good team. I don't know nothing about Washington at all, but if they came in at Maryland and beat them, so might want to keep an eye out on them. I don't know what they're in Pac-10.
Hey, Terrell, how you doing?
and something.
USC beat Iowa. Is that really an upset? USC beating Iowa. Is that really an upset? Yes, I know Iowa's ranked number 8 in the country, and USC is coming out youth. But what we know about USC is simply this: they're getting better because they're young right now, and they don't have the girl. Next year they're going to be better because these girls who are playing now going to have that experience that they didn't take college basketball. So I don't know if this is an upset. I'm thinking it's just those girls at USC developing and getting better and figuring out the game. And as the season gets better, this is what's going to happen. So
and this is a really fast turnaround. They lost a lot to the draft. They lost I think some people transferred, got in the portal. So they lost a lot that's in the W right now.
Juju, we didn't even mention that one. Should we even mention that?
Is she coming back? Is she? I don't know. I've heard rumors she may transfer, but we'll see.
Come on to the room. Come on down to the room. You want to listen?
I can't do it with her.
Listen, if you pay attention, when she was recruited, her last two schools were USC and USC. Remember that.
She ain't coming. For years. Mississippi State 77. They beat number 15 Tennessee. Now that was an upset.
And it was a butt with because if you look at the press conference after that, their coach was like, "Y'all the girls came late to practice. The girls were acting like they beat them before, so they're gonna beat them again." And the coach I saw this was about to happen, and Mississippi State came in and gave them that ass whipping. And
they probably needed that. They probably needed that loss right now mid-season to get them back right. So they probably needed it. They're not out of nothing. It didn't hurt them or anything like that. So they'll be all right. Welcome in, Daniel. Appreciate you. Now Alabama beat Georgia.
Not enough.
SEC 24. One of them getting kicked the hell out of the top 25 Monday. But that's what I will say. One of you got to go. He'll be back in there though, probably.
Be like, they holding on, please don't kick me out. But it's all right.
What killed me was I was like, what? Columbia, Princeton? I didn't even know Princeton was even ranked. Okay, they're number 19, and Columbia beat them in the Ivy Leagues. One's just smarter than the other one, I guess.
This is on the basketball court because listen. Don't sleep on the Ivy League. I won't play him in the first and second round of that tournament. Think you're gonna get out of there. Just think you play it if you want to.
What? Paul said Michigan winning both natties. And you know what, Paul? I'm not even gonna say that. It's a possibility. But you ain't getting past UConn. But I can see Michigan women being in the Final Four, at least Elite Eight.
Well, listen, as long as you got the cameras in the crowd taping other teams, you got a chance at it all. Keep going, Michigan. Win that natty.
Damn. God, you just got hate. Well, you was lighting his ass up today.
I just celebrated my Michigan earlier. That's all. Don't come at me like I'm hating. I celebrated.
You just nullified every damn thing. What's up, RYU? Welcome in the building. Today's games, guys. We got a few games on today, and of course, they never pick the notable games, or maybe it's just the games I fucking like, and it's my take. Our show, so who cares? UConn and Tennessee, y'all. Everybody waiting on that hoe. Okay.
Maybe this is the bounce back Tennessee need. They need that butt whipping to get them in.
They about to get another one.
UConn. They about to
get another one. Nope. They about to catch another. They about to go two down in a row.
Okay.
Michigan State. Women, Baylor, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas. Now that game I will be watching.
Me too. That's an SEC game. We're gonna be watching that.
We'll be watching that one. West Virginia might not be bad either.
And those are the two teams that beat South Carolina this year. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on it right now.
Now, what is not on here is TCU plays Texas Tech.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out on that one.
Yeah, TCU plays Texas Tech. That's the one game that I did see notable that they don't have on here. So that's going to be a really, really good game, y'all. It's a lot of good games on today. Women's basketball. I'm going to be honest. I think it's a better women game than the men's. Have slated, except that one game with BYU.
But the whole thing, all this is tomorrow when we're supposed to be watching football. When there's no football on, we get to watch basketball. There's no excuse for you not to watch it because there's no football on, and this is taking the place of football. Fox, FS1, ESPN, ABC, you got every channel. Every channel.
Damn, T. He said you spraying raid on him. He done curled up in the fetal position and shit.
My fault.
Damn,
my fault.
My bad. I told you he was rude as hell. Told you he was rude. But anywho, we're gonna move right on along. Now, we haven't had one of these in a while.
Welcome
we have not
back.
Had one of these in a good while, Paul. I know you ready for this. So today we had to bring back the sit your ass down moment.
Sit your ass down.
We're so tired of having to tell people to sit their ass down. But it always happens. We want to do it a lot more because soon as the football season ends, everybody want to go out here and act the damn fool. So This ain't even on football. These are more
No.
damn track stars out here in these streets. But our official 2026 first sit your ass. This might be our second one. I'm not too sure. But sit your ass down moment. Really? I woke up this morning. I watched the damn video. The cops done released his cam. He and his car chaser watching her. She done zoom past his ass. She ain't noticed nobody. Literally, watch it's the cop that pulled her over. They have released his video from inside of his car. She was rolling in that damn Maserati or whatever the hell, Aston Martin. That's what she had. It was a gray Aston Martin. She was rolling. I mean, zooming in and out of cars. I mean, she was flashing her lights. And when he pulled her over, what was so funny is she was just begging, please, I have a whole team. Now, what I will say is she never pulled her, I'm an Olympian. She never pulled that card. I didn't hear in the video. But she was just like, please, I just can't go back. She knew she couldn't go to jail. She was like, I have a team here, some coaches, please. But she never said who she was and that type of stuff. But what she was trying to say, her tire was bad. He was like, your tire in the back is bad, but you're speeding over 100 miles an hour on a bad tire. Like, are you kidding? She was trying to make up any excuse. My phone was here. Like, what does that have to do? It was craziness. But supposedly her boyfriend rolled up after that.
The one she beat up at the airport?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let you get your take on that before we go on. We keep it moving. Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is, of course, she is going to say, I'm not gonna say who I am because she's on probation. Got a case pending for beating his ass, and the boyfriend that came to save her in the airport. This is going to just jump into her case of such that. Listen, we know where you're from. We know it's hard from the Oak Cliff area down.
In this video, look at the picture. Look at the mugshot. She is high as hell right now. Her eyes are glassy. She's high as hell.
So my question is, why are you doing things to put the spotlight on you for the wrong reason? You don't have to be going. You don't have to be going 100 miles. You could have been going 85. So we wouldn't have to hear about you going 100. You could have gone 75, still speeding, but he would have been like, you know what? I got it. He can't let you go at 100. Look at people, and you got a bad time.
You just thought she grew up on Ledbetter and Keys. I know she's from Dallas, but I think she was on the Richardson side. Like, you were not down in the hood, oh. Like, what's going on?
Do better. But I'm going to stop because Paul said, look at Bow Wow. I'm done. I can't do it. I can't.
Oh my God.
Won't he? Oh God. I'm done, Paul. I'm done.
Paul, I'm gonna need you to repent because you're going straight to hell with gasoline draws.
I rebuke
Good morning,
you.
Sheldon.
Because she does. What up, Sheldon? What up, player? She looks like Bow Wow in this picture. So, but all I'm asking you is sit your ass down, get off that stuff. Because if you going to practice high, because I know your coaches ain't gonna let you go out there. What are you doing?
I believe her and her boyfriend got to some argument. I don't really know the whole ins and out, but what reports are telling, and I don't know the validity if it's really true because I kept reading other stuff that he pulls up at some point. Now I didn't see that on the cops cam, but he pulls up at some point and I'm trying to take up for whatnot. And he gets found with a glass pipe and marijuana residue and shit. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and deem them the new damn Bobby and Whitney. They the new Bobby and Whitney of track and field, not of music, but of track and field. They are literally just a dysfunctional couple. Why? First off, I thought she was gay, so she done went over there and turned his ass out.
Listen, really? The Lord give you talent because He knows there's some things that you cannot do. And them things you can't do is common sense, apparently. But He gave you talent to overcome the lack of common sense that you have. But what happens is you use the common sense to overpower the talent that the Lord gave you. Yes, you might want to go medals, but what you gonna do now? What's gonna happen now when your career over? We're gonna watch videos of y'all beating each other up in the airports. We're gonna watch you try to get him out of the prison in Atlanta. Whatever you're gonna be doing to get him out. What are y'all doing here? We've seen this story before.
I love you, my man.
Calm this down. All we're asking you to do, and I know you had hard lives and your parents. I don't know about him, her, but there are people who out here now that you've made this who love you for. If you need help, ask for help. Now, if this is a blip on the radar, the growth, I'm going to accept that and say this. This is a blip. But this blip is keeping going. Y'all need to figure this out.
My bad. Don't have no little Bobby Christina. Please don't have no little Shakarina. No, don't do it.
Oh, gosh. Please. Grow. But I'm going to chalk this up. You're still young. We all were young, 25, 24, 26, whatever you are now. We did stupid stuff. We just don't do stuff. The Lord didn't give me talent to be out in the public to do stupid stuff. My stupid stuff was private. Maybe that's all it was. Okay.
Ooh, I love you,
baby. Stop it. Now, I don't know if you have your another sit your ass down moment, but I do.
Oh, Jesus, I can't take it.
And I'm gonna keep this straight. Amari Bailey, and I sent you this link. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. Bailey.
You sent me that at 12:30 last night.
No, it was not for the show. It's for you to read when you get a chance to read.
I ain't read it.
If you're not familiar, Amari Bailey was a basketball player at UCLA. Got drafted in the second round after his freshman year in 22-23.
Nah, I did see that. I did. Go ahead.
Now, all of a sudden, 2026, he figured out he's played like 10 games or so in the NBA and has been in the G League. And he's figured now that he's never going to make the league. Apparently. I've been thinking that's something. So what he wants to do is go back to college and use up his college eligibility that he didn't use because he left his freshman year and he feels entitled. So what he's going to do is get attorneys and lawyers, everybody, to get him his eligibility back. This is where we are, people.
I'm over it. They need to just take college sports out. You need to take it out and call it something else. Either you go to college or you go to the league before you go professional. I don't know, because there's no college sports any longer. We just witnessed our first contract buyout for the NIL with Duke. I mean, what else is going to happen? This is a straight business. There's no education in this. There's no finding yourself in life growing up. There's none of that. No education, no degrees. Just one and dones and make a couple million and go into the league and still have no education and get out and be broke in 3 years.
This might as well be minor league baseball for basketball players. You go to high school, you go play in the minor leagues, and then you get drafted, you go in the minor leagues for a few years, and then if you go back and make the team. Because at this point, this is stupidity. That choice that the people made for that Alabama player has opened the doors for this garbage. This dude literally played in the league. He stepped foot. The other dude ain't never stepped foot on the NBA court. I'm not giving him grace because of that, but he did. But this dude played at least 10 games in the league, was drafted in the second round by the Hornets, and because he can't make it, he feels he can go back and try to get some of that NIL money. Nah, player.
But they're gonna let him do it. They're letting him come back and play.
What you gonna do? It's like everybody else. Everybody else who didn't make the league, you better go out there and figure out how to get a job and pay for the baby mamas that you got because you couldn't make it. And a lot of brothers who are in the courts and the streets who did not make it but didn't go back. If they go to college, they can get a degree, but they can't play ball. That's what you should do. You made your shot at this. It didn't work out the way you thought it was going to work. Take your tail to Europe because you got talent.
Oh, he's going back to college. Does he have any credit hours? Like, did SAT again? It's been a long time.
Listen, and then Paul, good point. Then he said, "I don't want to be one of those 27-year-olds that's still in college." But your tail want to go back. I don't. I am so fed up about this.
He said we're gonna have 40-year-olds in the Final Four.
You gonna see that one uncle that used to be the king of the streets on the court. He gonna go and get his college eligibility back and be shooting hoops from. He ain't gonna play no defense. All he can do is shoot. One of the big dudes who get in shooting and stay on the court, he ain't gonna play with a half. That's what this is gonna turn into. I don't understand.
What's up, DJ?
I told you, Farrah, last week. All I want to do is become part of the NCAA and enforcement of something. Did you play on the court? No. It's over. You can't come back. You signed the contract. No. You went to draft. No. Because I want to see college people. What happens to high school kids now?
There's no scholarships. There's no scholarships. I don't think there's any scholarship at this point. You guys have contracts. They're paying kids to come and play. And I ain't talking about paying for your education. Yeah, you do what you want to. And I don't know. Do they have to pay their tuition out of this money? Like, are they still getting scholarships? I don't know. That's a whole nother episode that we can have about NIL, contract buyouts, going back to school when you ass is fucking 30 and played in the NBA. Like I'm not understanding.
Here's the one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna finish with this. They said his only professional contract that he had was worth $565,000. He argues that many students for top level schools are making similar or more money than he made. Okay, you left too early, fool. You the one left thinking you gonna get money.
Right? Like we didn't. I guess past college athletes from the 90s wouldn't have wanted this motherfucking money. Are you kidding me? Are we asking?
That is why they get the money now, because the past college athletes wanted the money and they broke this system that way. And now y'all get the money. But you left in 2023. It is 2026. Hold on. You'd have still been in college making this money if you'd have stayed your tail in there. You didn't. So don't come. Oh my God. I'm gonna step back. Because I'm fired up about this. We're gonna move on.
What did he say? Bingo. They're all worthy candidates. I mean, I'm just saying, but we're gonna see how it work out. I know we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. So we almost done though. We almost out of here, guys. Appreciate you rocking with us. But on to the next. What Paul say real quick? It's easier to go back to college than Lithuania.
Listen, man, Lithuania is good in the summertime. It's pretty. Listen, and even if you go back, you don't even know if the girls curse you out because they don't speak the same language. So you
can go back now. If you contact the government, they'll give you $2,500 and a plane ticket.
I'm done with this. Y'all about to make me. Y'all about to make me stop looking at stuff. Let's talk about real basketball.
Unrivaled. So let's move right on along. We got Philly Unrivaled. Unrivaled went to Philly this weekend only for a day. I was kind of pissed off about it. I was gonna be all weekend, but they were in Philly. Took it on the road. 3-on-3 women's league. It was packed up in that hole. I mean, when I tell you it was stars, celebrities, NBA players, it was absolutely mayhem. It was awesome to see. I absolutely loved it. They had record-breaking attendance at the Infinity Mobile Arena, 21,490. And then the CBA or whoever the fuck is over the WNBA, they don't want to pay them. They're proving to you that they can bring crowds and they don't have to be in their own locations. This was just a pop-up game in Philly and they sold it out. It is unreal. People are watching women's basketball. Pay these women $70,000 to be a fucking number one draft pick. Are you kidding? I get it. They get some endorsements, but only a handful of them that are getting endorsements to that nature to make a difference in their life. That's why they're playing Unrivaled. This is extra money so they can stay in the States and not have to go overseas and play basketball just to pay their bills. So 21,490 people, pay these women, please, for God's sake. They would sell out more if you could put them in a bigger arena. They'll sell it out too.
Listen, I just thought about this, and because we talked about this earlier. They need to pay them. You're going to tell me that what's the girl name from Connecticut that's playing right now? Whoever, Strong.
Oh, Matt. Strong.
Oh, whoever. She can make more money in college than you're going to pay her in the league. You're telling, and I'm not talking about sponsorships. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about NIL money. They can make $2 million.
On the women's side, that's a fact. They do, all of them.
You can make $1 million or $2 million on an NIL side, but you're going to pay me $70,000. You expect me to want to come and play in your league? You're going to expect case in point, the young lady at TCU. She knew she was going to be the number one pick in the draft. She decided to go to TCU because she knew and understood she can make $2 or $3 million at TCU. But
and then she's going to go to the league.
And then the Aces
and take a pay cut.
$3 million. I don't understand how this works.
They take a pay cut just to go to the league. That's from college to the league is a substantial pay cut. What Paul said, laugh myself. I see what you did there. Record crowds, Unrivaled. It is definitely like that. Paige said it was more physical than the W. It is. It's just like going to the rec. It's like going to the rec. You got your gym shoes. Everybody going to the rec every Saturday morning. You come in and you fit in where you fit the fuck in. I got next. Do you? Can you play? You know what I mean? So
not anymore. I don't have to have next. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to college and use some eligibility. I don't ever have the next at the next record anymore. I don't want to play there. I'm gonna go in college and get paid because I'm 75 years. Oh, that's another. We're back to that 70. But what I'm saying is, it is unbelievable that you want to go pay me $70,000 and I can make $2 million in college. Why would I want to play in your league? Or I can go to the Unrivaled we're gonna talk about and get $250,000 and only play 14 games. That's it. I ain't got to play a whole season.
It's crazy. They don't have to play a whole season, but last night we did air Unrivaled. We try to make sure that we're on live on TikTok for Unrivaled. They're on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and Monday. 2 games a day. Ain't about 3 hours of your life, if that. They're really quick and fast. But listen, last night, this 47 point was amazing. Okay, the first quarter, she dropped 27 points. She could not miss anything. She'd come across half court. No, this ain't Caitlin. Nope, this is not Caitlin. Okay, I think she'd get Caitlin for a run for her fucking money last night. Caitlin could not play in this league. Okay, she ain't got the skills for it. But this chick right here, 27 in the first quarter. She shot 10 threes. She had 7 in the first quarter. They let her sit half the second because she needed a rest. I mean, for God's sake. And then she scored another, 13, 15 in the third. She ended up with 47 fucking points. And literally she got injured in the fourth. So she probably would have dropped a 50 piece on them if she hadn't went out and came back in from her injury, which took a lot of time off the clock.
3 records. 3 records were broken by this young lady last night. She had 47 points, the most in any Unrivaled game. 10 3-pointers, the most in any Unrivaled game. 27 points in the first quarter, the most in any Unrivaled game in history. Now, the league is only a couple of years old, so,
only one of them was an open shot, too. Just know that only 1 3 was open. The rest of it was all in her face.
Now, so this girl was just on fire, and didn't she make the game-winning layup? In the game too, didn't she? Mm-hmm. So after y'all started deciding to play against the 3 because you couldn't stop it for 3, she put the ball on the floor.
Oh, she was waking and baking them, man. She was out there playing foot games with them. I'm trying to tell you, her dribble game definitely has improved. She was balling last night.
Well,
fade away.
And this team was 1-6 or 1-5 or 1-7 before this game. So they're at the bottom of the league, and they beat Rose, who was sitting there in the 3rd or 4th place team, one of the teams.
She said she was pissed and tired of losing.
She was mad, tired, and she put the team on her back. And it was a good game. Farrah asked me if I watched, and I was like, "No, I don't remember which game." Then she reminded me. I'm like, "Yeah, I sat and watched every minute of this girl going off with them until they was about to fight her." There was some position that they elbowed her in the throat. There was one time the girl grabbed her by her head and yanked her head down. They did everything they could, and she stood there. And you know what she did? Score more points. That's all she did. Can't be mad if you can't stop her.
So yeah, that was a great game, guys. I promise you, that was probably the best Unrivaled game so far this season. And then we turned around. Well, before that game was actually the Phantom and the Breeze, which is me and TT's team. I'm a Breeze fan, and he's a Phantom fan, and he took it on home. So we won because we beat y'all earlier in the season, like a week ago.
Y'all beat us. Y'all beat us the first game of the season when nobody was ready, and y'all were young and youthful. But now the season on. Now listen, people. Y'all hear it first. We got some rib tips on the next game. We got some more rib tips on the next game. They should have had some of this, so I could have me some. But the next game between the two.
Rib tips to Shelby. But what I looked at, Kelsey Plum, she got served last night, all night by Beckers. Beckers used her like a rag doll most of the game. Now she, as a vet, held her own, and she ended up hitting the game-winning shot because she kept her composure, did what she had to do. But I will give it to Kelsey Plum, but Beckers balled out on that damn girl last night. She really did.
The problem with Beckers was, and I was watching the game, is she was being too unselfish. She should have some of those shots she should have taken herself, and they'd have won this game instead of passing it to whomever they was passing it to. I was watching it because the ball game was this: the big girls from Phantom was eating the Breeze alive. Both of those girls, Kiki and Aaliyah Boston were eating them alive. But nobody could stop Beckers if she wanted to score. If she wanted to score, she did. But she was trying to pass the ball a lot. And that was the difference. Once she figured out the medium that what she needed to do and be more selfish, this team would be on her back. This team can go to a championship in this thing. But if she's going to continue to be unselfish, which she should be, but I think it's the same argument you used to have with LeBron. You're too unselfish. Take over the game. Take over the game. You have the ability to do it. Do it. But I'm happy about that.
Win the 1-on-1?
Oh, we don't know.
I think Vegas is gonna win it all.
I don't
I
know.
think she's gonna win. It starts next Thursday. We'll talk more about it Tuesday, but the one-on-one tournament starts next Thursday with Unrivaled, and that's gonna be. I'm telling you, Becca's is about to win it. Ain't nobody got no bag like her right now. They just
Yeah,
don't.
but there's some girls who play defense. You know, them stud buds who play defense. Now they may not be able to score, but it's gonna be a beating. If Becca's take the beating, and they're gonna take on that 1-on-1. Because if it's physical on 3-on-3, oh, that
I think she
1-on-1
can.
becomes physical. We will see what happens.
I think she can, and just to wrap them on up, we do got the schedule now. Why the W have the times wrong is beyond me. The time is wrong, okay? Because the games today are at 3:30 and 4:30. So definitely tap in with me on TikTok. We'll be showing it over there. We got Phantom and Rose, Laces and Lunar Owls. Tomorrow we got Mystic and Vinyl, Rose and Laces. And on Monday to top it on out, we got that's next Friday. So we're good.
Well, maybe unless this is correct, maybe this is the wrong time because if you look at this, the breeze is not on the schedule.
It's not. I promise you. And this is on there. So I actually just went to their website because I'm like, who does their fucking social media marketing? But today I plays Miss at 3:30. I'll be on live. We'll be on live. Laces and Vinyl play at 4:45. Tomorrow, Phantom plays Lunar Owls, and Breeze plays Rose. Now I'm definitely watching that.
So that's what this is the wrong schedule. Now, this is for 2025. Because there's no Breeze on this one at all.
And they posted that this morning. I just want you to know that. I promise you, they do the W wrong. They do women's basketball so wrong, even when it comes down to marketing and publishing for them. I really can't show you any pictures because you can hardly find any. Which is bad, but we already understand we still coming up. So
what we gonna do is we gonna push it. So if they gonna mess it up, we gonna make it right. You gonna see games that out. So we'll tell you when the games come on. We'll be on live for you to do it, and occasionally
3:30 today.
And I'm gonna pop in and talk a little mess every now and then and do what I do too. That's what we do.
So yeah, I don't know who does their marketing, but I think it's kind of rude. I ought to say I'm gonna inbox somebody because every week, man, it's like that. Like seriously, even with the W, it was like that. It's like, come on, y'all, damn, give them some respect.
Sarah, I know we need to go get with them, and we will do their media. We'll put it out there for them to do, and we'll talk about it. We'll be their media coverage for them. So let's do that for them. Let's reach out to. I'll call Neffy. I call her husband might be mad because I'm a caller. But
I know her. I know her stepfather.
So we call it. Let's get in there. We do it for free the first year because we just want to be a part.
I don't do shit free.
We'll do free for the first year. Don't let free, but we get paid with sponsorships. Y'all don't have to pay us, but sponsorship will pay us on the other side. See, we work to get a deal out. See, that's how we do it.
I don't do shit for free no more. But NBA, real quick, because we definitely ain't got a lot on them hoes. Before you start
that, there has been breaking news in the WNBA. I'm feeling like your boy right now. Paul George was suspended for 25 games for improper medication just a few minutes ago. He was just suspended for 25 games. Now you don't realize Paul George from the 76ers. Okay. So we didn't realize Paul was even playing. I know. I get it, fair. Right. But he has been suspended for 25 games for improper medication. And he just came off an injury off from last season. So what is the medication? What is improper? I don't know yet. But that's just breaking news. But go on. Let's talk about the trade deadline.
Right. Trade deadline. Let's see. Where they going? First off, I'm done with the Bucks. I'm so old. I don't even care where the hell he ends up. Just find a place and go. Okay. Dragging this shit out like LeBron would or something.
First, the trade deadline is unalive. We want to put that in for the
unalive. Yeah,
it's gonna be unalive.
Yeah, I think it's the 5th. They have to the 5th.
But the point of all of this is 3 of the 4. I mean, are all these people injured? 3 to 4. Why are we looking at these people?
One just needs to retire. One needs to just retire. Okay, ain't nobody picking you up. Ain't nobody picking you up, sir.
Okay, so Ja, I hadn't heard anything about where he's going. Anthony Davis.
I think John needs to go to. I could see him in Houston, not far as getting along and not getting in trouble, but they need a point guard.
But you wouldn't want to see Ja with that lineup. Houston would be championship worthy because he wouldn't have to be as important as he is in Memphis, and he has other people around him, and maybe they have some veterans that can calm him down. Maybe he can take your boy Kevin to get a haircut. Maybe he can do that. I don't know. Maybe that's what the point guard does. The true point guard takes your team to make sure they look good. I don't know.
And
And
we
then
can sell Anthony Davis for a cheeseburger. We ain't even got to get a player back. Just give him away.
we'll take him back in LA. He can be a come off the bench for the Lakers. I mean, that would be the perfect circle of life. Now we're not giving Luka back, but we take Anthony Davis, but he can't stay healthy enough to worry about it. And then your boy out for a season, Jimmy Butler, he's out for the year. So all I'm doing is getting your name. All I'm doing is getting your name so you can sell your coffee. Go ahead and sell your coffee that you're doing on the side. Do your thing. And then Giannis didn't say anything. He just said, see, I think the big thing is he said he's open for a trade, and then all of a sudden it became news. We haven't heard Giannis open his mouth. And, everybody's like, he's open for a trade, but they're saying either they're going to trade him by the 5th if they get a great, handsome reward, or they're going to wait to the end of the season. So we can hear this all year. Milwaukee's not going to do anything.
I don't think so. That's why I'm over it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I don't think he's going nowhere. It's just, I don't know.
And maybe we don't want. Maybe they're gonna sit him down for the rest of the season. Maybe it's a little bit of elbow hurt. He's like, you know what? I'm chilling. I'm gonna be in Milwaukee chilling for the rest of the season. I don't know, but everything around trade deadline, if they're trying to find something to talk about, because these are the 4 names that we talked about. There's nothing out there. There is nothing out there. We got 3 injured people, and one dude who we knew from last year shouldn't have re-signed a contract and got his ass out of Milwaukee. He didn't want to be there anymore. Y'all knew that. He just didn't want to be a bad guy. I love Milwaukee, bro. Be the bad guy and take care of your family, bro. That's what you need to do sometimes. Do it and take care of your family.
I'm over it. I'm just ready for the trade deadline to come and go. So, yeah. Because the only people who even made a move so far is, Atlanta? They got rid of their point guard. Ain't nobody did nothing. So, I'm over it.
Ice Tray. Ice Tray was the only one that bounced out? Man. Let's move on from that.
Oh! Aguirre. He retired his jersey down here with the Mavs. And just a caveat, he was a previous rookie. He had the previous rookie record of 42 points as a rookie. And on the very night that he was getting his jersey retired, Flag drops 49 on him and gets a whole new rookie record. So that was crazy. I know it was crazy down there, American Airlines.
Well, first, I was a big fan of Mark Aguirre in Dallas. I was not a fan of Mark Aguirre in Detroit where he won his championships, part of the Bad Boys. But I was a fan of Mark Aguirre. He was part of the big 3 at one point. It was Isaiah, Mark Aguirre, and Magic Johnson. All were boys. They all came out around the same time. They were hanging out. And I know Isaiah and Mark are really good, still really close, because I think Isaiah was at the press conference on the retirement, and Mark was crying like a little baby. My best friend are here. It's great. I'm glad you retired. I love Mark Aguirre. So this is well earned, worthy. That number 24 is out in the rafters in the green. The green jersey is up in the rafters. And I love that for him. It took too long. Too long for it to happen. But as long as it happens. And then your boy broke the record. Was it the same night that he got the retirement? The same night. So listen, that number 32 maybe one day on the rafters unless they trade him to another team for nothing. You know how Dallas do sometimes. So, but congratulations to Mark Aguirre. Well earned. I love the suit, and that tie was killing it. But every time I watch something like this, it's making me get old because I remember Mark Aguirre what school did he go to, Farrah? You mentioned it early. DePaul University. You didn't realize that he went to DePaul. So there it is. Full circle moment there. Congratulations.
That's the only player they ever had come out of it.
They had Rod Strickland, too. Rod came out of Terry Cummings, Rod Strickland. DePaul used to be a factory back in the day.
But that flag dropping 49, him and his little Duke dummy buddy, Knipple. They dropped it. They was balling. And then the crazy thing is, I've heard some stuff saying that they feel like, I don't know whether it's true or not. They looking into Flag. They saying that he may have gave the game away. I keep hearing all this stuff, that. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think that boy in the sports betting, but I've been seeing that he gave the game.
What I'm gonna say is the Charlotte Hornets have been a hot team. I think they won 5 or so in a row. So it ain't about if he gave the game away. Thank you. If Knipple hit the last second shot, thank you. You put up 49 and 10 of 69% field goal. Listen, hold on. How can you throwing the game and you shooting 69%. Now, if you shooting 22%, just shooting up bricks, that's a different
Well, they said
conversation.
I think whatever it was at the end of the game. I don't know if Miss Free throw, it turned the ball over, something happened. I don't know, but I have read a few things about that, but I don't think that boy throwing no damn game. But I do have to give it up to Duke because I always swear bad Duke dummies don't play good well in the NBA. So these two have come out and they doing their little thing. They doing their
Now,
little thing.
can we consider this the Duke scenario? Because here's our thing: the best players who ever played at Duke left after like the first or second year. They didn't stay 4 years. The 4 year ones that couldn't play, but Kyrie stayed what half a season. Flag and Knipple were freshmen and they left early, so they only played 1 year. Are they considered? You know, we're the deep Duke run people that the only deep Duke run person that we can consider was Grant Hill. Grant Hill would have been the only one who became a star. And I know they can say Elton Brand, but I think Brand left his sophomore, junior year too. He didn't stay.
Yeah, that was actually, you know what? When they won that championship, I was at Duke. I went up there, watched the game. It was in Great Hall. They had a party. If y'all don't know, Duke has some of the best parties ever. Do you hear me? Ever. They burning trash cans all on the damn campus. But I remember going into the Great Hall and watching the game. They went to a party afterwards, and that was when Elton Brandon won that year. I partied my ass off at Duke Day, and I don't even like Duke. I don't even like him, but hey, we was up in there.
It's a snapshot. It's a snapshot of Ferris Stalker days when she used to hang on the University of North Carolina and Duke campus.
I was at everybody campus. I don't give a damn who. I partied at Wake Forest, Elon, college. Just for where you were. Okay.
South Carolina. She was down there with us too.
I jumped off the stage. I jumped off a stage at USC. I remember a dude baked us a cake at 5 a.m. in the morning. What are you talking about? True story.
Oh.
What did you talk about?
Oh God.
Don't play me. I jumped off a stage. I got evidence, man. I got pictures. Don't play with me. I was everywhere.
I jumped off a couple of stages in South Carolina. I jumped out a couple of clubs in South Carolina State when the bullets started flying, but that's a different conversation.
I understand, but just know Duke ain't good for shit else. They can party.
Knows how to party. Go ahead, Duke.
Yeah, they black students come out. I tell you that. But it's some great NBA games gonna be on Sunday. The rest of them I ain't give a shit about. These two right here. Sunday.
Look at here. I'm there. Lakers versus the Knicks and OKC versus Denver. And Denver got the big man back last night. And he almost did a triple W, 31, 15, and 5 or something. So first game he was still doing his thing. So it's gonna be some good games on Sunday night.
He's still supposed to be in that man's uniform.
I'm sorry. See, I'm sorry.
We gotta tell you, we got rid of everybody, man. They stupid. Man.
What I'm gonna do is sit down and this is when you're gonna see Torrance sit my ass down. I'll be sitting there watching the game. Sit your ass down, Torrance. I'm doing it.
Shit pisses me off, but nothing much changed in the Eastern Conference. We went over it Tuesday, and ain't nothing changed. Nothing changed.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing, but I did want to bring that up for you guys.
And the Hornets are trying to get to that second level, get out that third group, moving over to the second group. 2 games back of Chicago right now. One of the hottest teams. And they play the Spurs tonight. I think they play the Spurs tonight, which that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah. But news you can't use. We had to bring back both of them. I know, right? Man, we had to do all these in segments. This is our last segment. So news you just can't fucking use. But finally, it has happened to Eve right in front of our face. Eve finally get the recognition she deserved. She was awarded her Grammy from like over 25 years ago, where she was on the Roots soundtrack. I remember bringing this up to you a couple months ago. She was one on the Roots soundtrack for "You Got Me." If you don't worry about when I've been a who I saw, that song. She wrote the rap. That was her on the hook. That was her, and they didn't give her the credit. A lot of people don't even know that was Eve. I think she might have been 17 or 18 when she wrote that. But they finally gave her Emmy at the Recording Black event for Black Music Collective. where Don Lemon got picked the fuck up at. That's what he was out there doing, celebrating Black music and how it affects our culture in the world today. But they finally awarded her with her Grammy. It has been over 25 years.
I was watching something on one of the channels, talking about Eve and her career, and she talked about this, and she talked about that she was the one in rapping, and the day for the video, she was supposed to be in the video, but somebody who gave her the wrong address, so she wasn't in the video.
She was tomboyish back then. They didn't want that persona. I don't know. It was a lot in it.
And what we thought is we watched the video and Erykah Badu was in the video. We thought it was Erykah who was doing the rapping. Oh, we know, you can hear it. You can hear the different voices, and it was Erykah and Jill Scott who was singing it, and everybody like, oh, that's Eric. No, that was Eve. We knew it was Eve, and that was one of her big breaks. But she played it off like, listen, that was just a step. She was in the song.
They shit on her. Yeah, they shit on her.
They're great, but she took a step forward and got her Grammy later for her song with Gwen Stefani and all that. She got other stuff going on. So congratulations to Eve. Well deserved. Now the Roots should make sure she got paid what she was worth for that song and everything. If that's not the case, make sure that. And congratulations to everything she do, because she's not tomboyish anymore. We look at Eve now, we're like, yeah, that's not the pit bull in the skirt no more. That's somebody. That's a grown behind woman right there, boy.
But them paw prints still there though.
Yeah. And look, and they still look like paw prints instead of look like big gloves. See, like little instead of big gloves. When we get older, they look, that little paw print all of a sudden become a Volkswagen. What is that?
Okay, so I'm definitely glad that she finally got honored, because she deserved that, and that was just bullshit from the Roots. I love the Roots, but they were wrong as shit for that. So definitely. But man, we've been in here an hour and a half. Man, what you got for the people? What you got?
Give the people what they want. Nothing. I'm gonna let the people go. I want to say thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you for those who are snowed in. Be careful in our home areas of North, South Carolina, and Virginia. If you're safe, let me know. If you're not safe, let me know. Nothing I can do, but I will be here for you and pray with you. Congratulations to Farrah for getting the chain back. But we already got the last chain on there, because she's already gonna make her pick, and I'm gonna pick the opposite of. So I'm gonna get my chain back for the rest of the year. Not a big issue there. And just appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? We want this to be something we can do all the time. We're working toward that. So let me know what I can do better, so I can make sure it's better for you. What about you, Farrah?
He don't listen. I tell him what he can do better.
I said the people. I ain't talking about her. We nobody listen to her. We talking about the people.
Thanks. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's chopping in with us today, every week. Whenever you can get in here, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, or if you're on replay watching us, really appreciate you guys. Keep rocking with us. Let people know about us. Share this out. We just do it because we love it. So definitely make sure you guys tune in later today. Like I said, I'll be on for the Unrivaled. We'll be here tomorrow as well. And if I'm busy, I gotta go to the store or something. But I'm gonna try my best to show as many games as I possibly can throughout this weekend. And we'll be back on Tuesday. Chop everything up, one-on-one Unrivaled. Next Saturday, we'll be able to chop up the Super Bowl and get ready for that shit. But Tuesday, we're gonna really get to talk about who got these honors tonight. We're gonna get sick. And Paul asked me, was I gonna stream the flag football and the Pro Bowl? Hell no, I might lose viewers. Hell, they might not follow me no more. But if they still on after we finish the podcast Tuesday, maybe I'll continue on the show. How about that?
And realize that the backup quarterback for the Tennessee Titans was also a Pro Bowler this year. We don't even know who he is, because he's probably the only one that was going to say yes. So let's move on.
Yeah, but on that note, that's all we got for you guys this evening. Truly appreciate you guys. But y'all know how it is. Y'all have a prosperous day on purpose out here on this cold Saturday. If you're on the East Coast, stay safe, stay in. You can't go nowhere no damn where. You got a foot of snow.
True indeed. True indeed.
Be safe, y'all. We out.
Peace.
Peace.